Tara McBride and welcome to my tropical abstract inspired design set workshop. In this workshop we're going to be creating a beautiful French with some beautiful tropical colours. I really hope you guys enjoy this workshop, so let's get started. Hi everyone and welcome to my tropical inspired design set. So I've already gone in and prepared this tip. Obviously if you were doing this on a client you will have done your prep, your base coat, and then gone in with your colour. Now the colour I've used as my background for this, because I wanted to keep it really nice and neutral, is Cashmere from the Core collection. So I've gone in on top of my tip with 2 coats of cashmere and given that full cure, and then that is it so far. So the first thing I want to do is to create my background. So to do that I'm going to use Pop from the Pop Art collection. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that down. I really don't need a lot of it for all this design. And then I'm also going to use OMG, again from the Pop Art collection. And these are beautiful, bright neon colours. Okay, so they're really gonna stand out against this neutral background. And then I'm also going to use a Zap, again from the Pop Art collection. So I'm just going to pop those down. And then once I've got my colours ready, and you can use whatever colours you want to, you could use blues, greens, purples, pinks, whatever colourway you want to use. So I'm going to go into my OMG first of all, and I'm going to be using my go-to brush. Okay, so I'm just going to taper that out so it's got its nice point on it. And I'm going to go right into the central part of the nail. So I'm going to come across here like so, and I'm just going to bring that up ever so slightly and then also bring it down. It does not have to be perfect. Okay, I'm now going to get a dry lint-free wipe and just clean that excess off of my brush, and then I'm going to go into Pop, which is our pink, and I'm going to do the same just above where I have just done my orange, just like so. Again, cleaning off my brush, and then I'm going to go into Zap, which is my yellow, and do the same at the bottom of my orange. So I haven't cured any of these yet, because what I want to now go in and do is to create a really, I really don't want to say messy ombre, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so again I'm going to use my go-to brush, which is nice and clean, and I'm just going to come along that blend zone, come up and down, up and down. Again, clean off my brush, come into my yellow and my orange, and then I'm going to go in with my ombre brush, and I want to feather out these edges, so I'm just going to literally flick them out like so. Okay, I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side, and because of the nature of an ombre brush, it really helps to get those nice soft flicks coming out of that edge. And then I'm just going to again go over that ombre in that central part now that my gel polish has settled ever so slightly. And then once you're happy with that, I'm going to go into the lamp for a cure. So you'll notice here, it's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect for this design. So I'm going to pop that into the lamp for a full cure, which is 30 seconds. And while that's curing, I'm going to show you the other 2 nails that I've already done to complement this design set. So I've gone in with my pink and my orange and created an Ombre French. Okay, I'll just take that off and then you guys can see. I've created an Ombre French line, and then I've gone in with some black gel paint and a few flecks to create a little bit of an abstract feel, okay? And then on the second nail, I have done my orange going into my yellow as a diagonal, and then again done those little abstract lines, which I'm going to show you how to do in a second with my little flecks again. So now this has fully cured. It's had a full 30-second cure. We're going to add a little bit of detail. So I'm going to go in with my black gel paint, and the reason I'm using my gel paint is because it holds its own weight and it's got that really nice density of colour. I'm also going to be using my 10mm liner brush, okay, to be able to do this detail work. So I'm going to decant straight from the pot. I'm not going to use my palette because I can just go straight into my black. Now the first thing I'm going to do is do my palm trees. So I'm going to come up from the bottom and I'm going to do 2 palm trees. So they're going to be thicker at the base, coming up, lifting off that pressure to create that beautiful taper of our palm tree. And then our second palm tree is going to be slightly shorter, so that's going to come up and come out this way. Okay, I'm just going to pull this down just to make that nice and less rounded, a little bit more straight at the bottom. And then I'm just going to pop that in for a really quick flash cure. So I'm going to put that in for a quick 10-second cure, just to make sure that that line stays exactly where I have put it. So once that has had a flash cure, you can fully cure it if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Again, I'm going to go in with my 10mm and I'm just going to wipe off that excess so I've got that beautiful taper on the end of my brush. So the first thing I'm going to do is do my top palm leaf, and then I'm going to come in at a slight curve coming around. So your palm trees are going to look a little bit like a firework to begin with, okay? So again, coming around and just pulling out that skeleton of our palm tree. I'm now going to go in with my 5mm brush. I'm going to get a little bit more product, and again I'm going to taper that out so there's not too much on there, and then from that skeleton I'm going to do the fern of my palm tree. So just pulling that through from that center point to create the leaves of my tree. And then I'm going to do that for all of them, working nice and methodically around so that we get that nice balance as well. This top one, and then you want to taper them out as they come to that point, okay? And then again, coming in here, all the way around. And it's as simple as that to be able to create a super quick little palm tree for your client. So no matter what background it's on, if your client wants a silhouette of a palm tree, this is the quickest and easiest way to do it. Okay, again with my 10mm I'm going to create my skeleton for my second palm tree, which is slightly lower than the first. And then with my 5mm I'm going to go in and create the leaves of my palm. So again, I haven't cured this yet, and you would find if you were using a black gel polish, you would probably have had to have cured this by now. But because I am using my gel paint, it means that we've got a much longer work time. So you can get a lot more work done in one sitting. Okay, so they are my 2 palm trees all done. I'm just going to bring this one out a little bit more. And then once you are happy, that's going to go into the lamp for a half cure, which is 30 seconds. Okay, so that's now in for a cure. And then the next thing we're going to do is to create this abstract sort of line work to frame our palm trees. It is super simple, but the hardest thing to do is to be quite random about it, because naturally we're going to want to make it nice and even and nice and square. So I'm going to go in with my 10mm again, wipe off that excess, and I'm going to come down here, and I'm really not going to be fussy about it, okay? And then along here, like so. I just want to bring that, and then have a little crossover. And I'm going to do that first line of my main frame to begin with. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's going to help me to then be nice and random, because I've got my main frame in there. Okay, so again, loading up my brush, and I'm now going to start to do a few more just random lines throughout my frame. So it doesn't matter if they stop short, it doesn't matter if they cross over, it doesn't matter if they're slightly thinner, if they're slightly thicker. It's just creating that almost sketch-like feel to this outline. And then once you're happy with that, I'm not going to use a dotting tool to create my flecks. I want to use the end of my brush, because I don't want them to be perfectly rounded. I want them to look like flecks. So I'm just going to come in. Some are going to be within the frame, some are going to be outside of the frame. It's entirely up to you where you put them. And there you have it. So I'm going to pop that into the lamp now for a full cure. And then, because I wanted to keep this nice and soft and sketchy, I have gone in with Material Girl, which is our matte top coat. So it's entirely up to you whether you go in with a shiny or a matte, but as you can see here, I have decided to go matte. So I'm going to do this Central Nail matte, but you will see what it's like shiny when I put the wet matte on. So once this has fully cured, we can come out of the lamp, and look how super cute and simple, but really cool at the same time. It almost looks like a stamp. I love it. So I'm going to go in with my Material Girl, which is our matte top coat, and I'm going to give this a nice even layer. And like always, you want to make sure that you're steering clear of the cuticle sidewalls, and also making sure that you cap that free edge. Okay, so that is what this design would look like shiny. Okay, so it's still super cute, shiny, but I'm going to pop that into the lamp for full cure, which is 60 seconds, and then you will be able to see what it looks like matte. So just to run through what we have done, we have used Pop, OMG, and then OMG and Zap, all from the Pop Art collection, on our French, and then our diagonal as a fade. And to do that, I used my go-to and my ombre brush, and then I used my 10mm liner brush to create this abstract line work and fleck going through using my black gel paint. Okay, our background colour is cashmere because it's nice and soft, but you could have used blush as well if you wanted a slightly pinker background. And then we have used exactly the same products again on our feature nail. So all of these products are available over on the website, which is www.getnailedbylaurenmcbride.com, and you can use Lauren10 as a cheeky discount at checkout. So all of the links for that are in the comments below. And there you have our finished design set of 3. I think they look super cool, perfect for summer, perfect for holidays, or you can separate them and you could just do this as a whole set itself, or this one as a whole set itself. It's entirely up to you. So there you have it. That completes this workshop.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this workshop, and if you did, please make sure you click the subscribe button, and if you want to see any future workshops, just click them down below. Thank you as always so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.